Did you know that your capacity to lose weight is directly influenced by your hormones? And your hormones affect your mood. The good news is there are things we can do about it. Join me today with my special guest at the Marjorie Show. Hello and welcome to the Marjorie Show. Today we are going to talk about hormone balance. And if you are a woman over 35 years old, this might be a very good topic for you. So we are going to talk about it right now with Vicky Rolfe.
Hi.
Hi, thanks for accepting my invitation today.
Well, thanks for having me.
And if you don't know Vicky Rolfe, she is a nutritionist, a weight loss coach, and a hormone specialist. So tell me, Vicky, when we talk about hormone imbalance, what is it exactly?
Okay. So we have to know that in our body, we have what we call the endocrine system. The endocrine system is a group of glands, 9 glands, that produces hormones in your body. Those glands are a pituitary gland, adrenal gland, testes, ovaries, thyroid, hypothalamus, etc. And hormones are very, very important in your body. And think about the hormone as a key. Each hormone is a key. And then your organs and tissues have what they call the hormone receptors. Think about it as a lock.
Okay.
So the goal is for the key to make the proper lock and unlock the door. Okay. When we talk about unlock the door is for your cell to be activated and for the function of that specific hormone to be activated. When there's an imbalance, three things can happen. One, you have too much hormones in your body. Two, you have not enough hormones in your body. Or three, you have the correct level of hormone in your body. However, there is a miscommunication between the key and the lock, so the hormone and the hormone receptors. So even if you have the right amount of hormone in your body does not respond to that hormone, and that can cause an imbalance.
Okay. And how does it affect us to have an imbalance, an hormone imbalance in our body?
It's a great question. It affects us tremendously because pretty much all the body functions are regulated and controlled by hormones. So your appetite is regulated by hormones. Your weight is regulated by hormones. Your level of energy, right? Whether or not you are hungry, your mood, your temperament, everything is regulated by hormones. So it's really important to have it balanced.
Yes, yes. And is it something that we can avoid? Is it something that's inevitable to have in a woman's lifetime, or is it something we can do about it?
Unfortunately, most women will experience hormonal imbalance. Study shows that 80% of women have hormonal imbalance. And out of the 80%, most of the women don't even know they have hormonal imbalance because it's largely misunderstood by the women and by society as well, hormonal imbalance. And it's really important to balance your hormone because it affects, as I said, everything in your body. And when we age, we have less hormone produced in our body. And oftentimes, we think that symptoms that we experience from aging or for when you're a teenager, right, and you start having your period, and you have PMS, oftentimes we think that it's just the way it is, right? My grandmother had it, my mother had it, so now I have to deal with it. But it's not true. Those symptoms don't have to be there. And the number one weapon, the most powerful weapon against hormonal imbalance is food. So proper dieting, proper food is extremely important.
And you mentioned about symptom before. I don't remember if I already asked you or not. Like example of a symptom. Did I ask you already?
So it's okay. It's important to repeat it, right? Because we don't always know. So if you feel tired all the time, that's often related to hormonal imbalance. If you put on weight and you don't really understand why you're putting on weight, and most of the weight that you put on, it's here.
Yes.
Right? Yes. So that is oftentimes related to hormonal imbalance. PMS symptoms like migraines, tired, being irritable.
Yes.
So that's one of them as well, that is often related to hormonal imbalance. And the sad truth is, when we go to the doctor with those symptoms, oftentimes they prescribe pills and medication. I'm not saying that medication is bad, but what it does is it masks the symptoms, but it doesn't go to the root cause of the problem, which means when you stop those medication, the problem will come back because the root cause was not addressed. So when you change your lifestyle, your food, you change some habits, then it really goes and resolve the imbalance. You don't have to take the medication or the hormone therapy. That's a big one that a lot of doctors say, oh, just go to hormone therapy. But there's so much that you can do naturally to rebalance your hormone that you don't need to go to hormonal therapy in most cases.
Okay, not necessarily. It's good to, so there are things that we can do first, maybe before we need to get to the next step.
Yes.
So so you mentioned about food, and I'm sure there's plenty of other things that we can change in our lifestyles, as you said. So you're doing a challenge. So this coming days on April 25th.
Yes.
I think it's a Tuesday.
Tuesday,
April 25th, next week. You are doing a challenge, a 7 days challenge for women. And so tell us more about it.
So the challenge will help you boost your energy, will help you, rebalance your hormone, sleep better, reduce craving, and maybe lose a few pounds if that's your goal as well. And the reason why I'm doing this challenge is because it's widely misunderstood, right? Most women say, oh, you're doing a hormonal balance challenge, but what is hormonal balance? So I'm glad that we're doing this today, because it affects a lot of people and most of us don't know how to deal with that. So in 7 days, it will give you the education, it will give you menus, it will give you lifestyle change that you can implement to start rebalancing your hormone.
Yes. And I am going to do this challenge because I do want to learn, I want to educate myself and learn a little bit more about hormone balance, and what I can do about it. And you're going to share with us tips about what we can do, as you already mentioned. And so this will be valuable information. So if you would like to know more about it and participate with other women, you can register before April the 25th, and that's going to cost $29. And $29, I think it's not expensive for 1 week of information and tools and all kind of things.
And you have the chance to win the grand prize of value of $300. I'm not going to say what it is. It's a surprise, but you are eligible to win that prize too. That you will like.
Okay, so on top of having valuable information, we might win the $300 prize. So thank you, Vicky. So if you're interested, please you can go on the website. It's www.vickyrolfe.com/hormone challenge. So vickyrolfe.com/hormone challenge. And if you would like to know more also about Vicky, because as I say, she's a nutritionist, weight loss coach, hormone specialist. So if you'd like to know more about her or her services, you can go on her website at vickyrolfe.com. So thanks a lot, Vicky, for all this information today.
Thank you.
And yes, it was a pleasure to have you. And so if you would like to know a little bit more about her and you have the time to stay with us right now, we're going to chat a little bit more to find out why Vicky is doing what she's doing now today. But if you have to go, so that's it for us today. So I would say thanks for watching us and see you next time.
Thank you.
And otherwise, stay with us for a few more minutes. So tell me, Vicky, tell me what is the reason why you started to be more interested in health?
So to make a long story short, my mom was diagnosed with dementia. And when she was diagnosed with dementia, my goal was not to create a business. My goal was to save my mom. And when she was diagnosed, it was really a shock for me as well, because I recognized myself in my mom. So I had weight issues since I was a kid. I was an overweight kid. And I was not taking care of myself. I was not eating well. I was taking care of everybody around me, but not myself. And I was pretending that everything was okay, but it wasn't. It really wasn't, right? So by wanting to save my mom, I also wanted to save myself and like part of myself.
Yes.
And what I discovered with the power of the nutrition was very powerful, right? And I was able to extend the life of my mom. I was able to release the extra weight I was carrying since childhood. So I really wanted to share that information with women, and I made it my mission to really help women put themselves as a priority in their life, put their health as a priority in their life, and help them lose weight, rebalance their hormone, boost their energy, because without your health, you cannot do anything, right? And every woman that I help is a part of my mom that I keep alive. So it's really, really close to my heart.
Well, thank you for sharing this story with us. It's a very nice story, and that's very special to me also today, because my mom died on that specific day 8 years ago, and she died from a heart attack. And I just knowing that your mom also she died earlier because of health reason, and my mom also probably had a heart attack because she probably also, her health was probably not 100%.
And stress.
Yes. And so I want to take care of myself more. This is my new goal, and so I'm happy to be part of this mission of sharing this information, so that all of us will take care more about our health. And when we say health, it's not only eating, but it's the sleeping, right? Sleeping and everything. Yes.
Everything. And mental health as well.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Stress is a big one. When we think about hormone, often we think about just the sex hormone, right? The ovaries, not ovaries, but estrogen, testosterone. But stress when you are stressed, your body releases hormones as well to help you deal with the stress, and those are often imbalanced because we experience so much stress on a day-to-day basis, and we learn to live with it.
Yes.
But in your body doesn't learn to live with it. Your body is overworking to deal with it, and oftentimes we forget about this, and that's one of the big cause of a lot of diseases these days. So it's really important.
Yeah. Well, thank you for joining us, and see you next time.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Hello and welcome to the Marjorie Show. Today we're going to talk about hormone balance. And if you are a woman over 35 years old, this might be a very good topic for you. And we're gonna find out about it right now. Attends,